Good morning, this is Joyce, and it has been a really busy week for me this week. I was in a planning meetings all week and worked several 12-hour days, had to be there at 7 every morning, and then on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday I worked until 7 at night, and love the fact that I can get the overtime, but my body is tired. And I did not get a chance to do any creating, but I am here today because it's Saturday and it is time for another Saturday morning challenge of friends where Shanta and I challenge each other on different projects, on projects that we don't do very often, on things that maybe we've never done or that we don't think that we do well. So it's always a challenge. And this week's challenge was to create 3x3 note cards, which is something that I don't make very often. I've made some 3x4s before, and that was just trying to see what they would be like. You know, I don't make them that small, but I realized they would be great in racks, you know, if you just want to say, hi, how you doing? Or when you're giving somebody a gift, you could use it as a tag. So we decided that that's what we were going to do. We had to make 6 3x3 note cards. We had to make envelopes for those note cards. And even though I have the envelope punch board, I've only used it, tried it out when I first bought it, and then I've used it maybe once or twice, you know, where I played around with it. I've never used it to its full potential, so I do want to, you know, make that one of my priorities this year. So you could do any design that you wanted, whatever, but those were the requirements. Oh, and it also had to have presentation, packaging to put it in. So let's get started. And okay, this is my note card. It is 3x3. I use Basil cardstock for my base because I love that stuff and I've got a ton of it. On the inside I cut the mats 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 are my size of my mats. I use my corner rounder punch for the one side of the corners, and the paper that I use is K & Company, and this paper was still out from a project that I did a couple weeks ago, so I thought, why not? It's gorgeous and I think it would make some really great cards, so that is what I used. And you can see all the scraps that I need to use on something else, which I'm working on. The stamp is from Michael's Dollar Bin from several years ago, just a note. I used a, let's see, EK Success punch for where I stamped it. And this stamp is from Inka Dinka Doo. It's a set of swirls and flourishes. And it's the first time I opened the package, so I feel good about that. So I put that in each one of my cards. I stamped with Momentum ink. I did ink all of my edges. So, and they are all exactly alike. Okay, so, and I actually did 8 because 8 was just a number, and that means I'll have a few more. So those are my cards. And I did my envelopes. And I made all of my envelopes a different color, but I love them, and they are 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. Let me get this out and see. I used 5 1/4 inch paper, and yeah, I used 5 1/4 inch papers, so I just cut my papers down to that size, and those are my envelopes. And I made, like I say, I did make 8, and I used a different one for each. Well, Some might have 2. And this was, I made this one. This was from a different pad of paper. This was from a pad of paper, but I thought it would go, but it really didn't. They, as you can see, the colors are different. This is more white. This is white, and this is cream. But anyway, I did do 8 envelopes, and 2 of some, 2 of one, and then the rest are different. So those are my envelopes. So that's 2 parts of our challenge, and this is my packaging. I use this paper here is from the specialty paper section at Michael's. I love it because it's raised, it's like flocked, and I really liked it. And I bought it when the sheets were 10 for $1 or something. So, and then I cut it with one of the Spellbinders dies. And these are flowers that I made for one of Shanta and I's challenges when we did flowers. So those are 2 of the flowers that I made. As you can see, I used the same paper. I used 11 and 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock from Gina K, which I love it because it's so heavy. And then you know, and then I used that bling from Michael's Dollar Bin. Love that stuff. So I find myself wanting, you know, going back to it on a regular basis. And just didn't hot glue it on. I used just my Tombow. I love this stuff here. So, and when you open up my presentation, there are 2 sides. I wish I had put a flap because when I put my cards in, this side falls out every time I open it. So I think I'm going to add a something to close it with. And because this side lays flat when you're opening it, it doesn't. But as you can see, I use the same papers, made the pockets, and you know, I don't have my measurements or anything with me at the moment, but and they just slide in. And I really like how my set turned out, and I think I'm going to do some 4x4s also. So, and they just slide in. Okay, I'm missing one of the cards. Don't know where it went. Oh, I must have put 5 over there. So anyway, they just slide into the pockets like so. And then the envelopes go on the other side, and they just, I do 4 each. And they just go in there. And that is it. And yes, I did cover all sides of my paper. I covered my back. The back is the same as the front. And that is my project. Please leave a comment below and let me know what you think. And when I open this, it is going to, if I don't hold it, fall open. So that is the inside when it's filled. So thank you for watching. I want to say hello, hi to my new subscribers. And good morning to all of my old subscribers, people who have hung in with me and comment regularly. You know, I recently had a birthday, which, you know, I never got around to doing a birthday challenge or anything, so we'll see what about that. I really had planned on it, but just there was no time to put it together. So anyway, this is my project. Hi, Shantae. Please let me know how you like it. Click the like button below or leave a comment. And I really appreciate all of you so much. And I'm going to move on because I am almost finished with my December daily. I only have a few more pages, and I am so happy. So I will be back shortly. Have a great Saturday because I plan to enjoy mine even though it is cold outside. I mean, it is cold. But they say it is going to get up to the 60s, so by 11 it's supposed to be up in the 50s, and I think that's probably when I'm going to go out. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.